Hi, this is Forrest. I've had a lot of experiences in my life, and so I have a lot of stories to tell. I can talk to almost anyone about any subject because, well, there's one thing I just learned yesterday. I always thank veterans for their service, and they thank me after I tell them I was drafted. I don't wear the cap, I just have a ponytail. But they said, one man said, "Welcome home." I had never heard that before, so I'm going to use that once in a while from now on. I always say, when a veteran is with his wife or girlfriend, I say, "How did you put up with them all these years?" And they both laugh and make up something. I don't know. Uh, well, I remember after, I see, 1 year of college, 1 year of college at Shenandoah College in Winchester, Virginia, and 1 year at Bridgewater College in Bridgewater, Virginia, I decided to take off hitchhiking. I just had it. I wanted an adventure. So I had $20 in my pocket. I think my father cried. My mother probably said, "Wade," and said, "Have a good time." Uh, so I started hitchhiking. I got rides with several people. And then maybe one of the last guy I got a ride with said he needed help. I was going to New Orleans, and he said, "I need help driving to Houston." So that's where I ended up. In Houston, I had several little jobs. I was in a water bottling company, and he was hoping they'd have a disaster so he could sell more water. Shame on him. Let's see what else. I had a job at Sears putting toys together. I had, it's been a long time ago, but I remember staying at a boarding house, run by two widow ladies, $15 a week, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. Packed your lunch if you had work. We all slept on cots in a big room, maybe 14 to a room. Uh, that's the cheapest. That's the cheapest boarding house I've ever been in. That's been a long time ago, about 1963. I remember President Kennedy and Vice President Johnson going on a parade. Now this is where I might have either quit my job because the boss wouldn't let me off from the water bottling company. I don't remember that. But I went to that parade and saw him there. The next day, you know what happened. It was President Kennedy and Governor Connolly in the parade, and got President Kennedy was assassinated. Did Lady Bird put somebody up to doing that so President Johnson, Vice President Johnson, be president? I don't know. Was he shot from the bank? I don't know that either. Maybe one of these days we'll know the truth. So I was sad at night, and I went into a bar. It was, I don't know, I was sitting behind this woman, I don't know. I never learned to flirt, I just learned to be friendly. I've been friendly since birth. So I was drinking, and suddenly Ricky Nelson started singing this song, "Babyface." She looked at me and said, "Babyface." I went after her. Two guys pulled me out of that bar. I don't know what would happen if they wouldn't have done that. I'd like to thank them. If they're out there, I'll thank you now. Or if they're in heaven, I'll thank them now. So that was about all I can tell you about Houston. I think I either got on a Greyhound or a Trailways headed to Los Angeles. So I'll tell that story later. Thanks, Forrest.